The Hoover DublDuty is all refurbished and looking really good. But does it work any better? Well, let's find out. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, we have a little quick after video of the Hoover DublDuty, which wasn't actually that bad. It was fairly clean anyway. These machines never got too much use, so I'm just wrapping up the cable to the, oh there we go, to the power brick. There we go, nice Hoover power brick that I just wiped down really. This didn't need a lot of work. Here we have the hanging bracket that has been bodged. Because if you remember, there was a crack, which it still has. Trying to glue this up, it seems the whole thing is twisted. And you had to sort of push it on itself, which didn't really work. So I decided instead to just put some epoxy resin onto the crack, so it just stops it from getting any worse really. I mean, it still fits the machine absolutely fine like that, so it'll sit up on the wall. It just stops it from getting any worse. I even glued up the little crack that it's just there, look, because it's such a flimsy, cheap bit of plastic that it was needed. And then the machine itself, which again wasn't really that dirty. If we take this off, inside there, the only bit I couldn't get to because I don't have the right brush is in there, which is a bit of a shame now I look at it more. I might see if I can get hold of a bottle brush and just quickly redo this. The other bit is just in there. You see all that dirt? That is at the top of that, which again was a right pain to get to. I got a knife in there, got the worst out, but I couldn't get any more out. You would need ever such a small brush to get in there. So there's still a little bit of work to do, but it's okay enough for now. Here we have our filter, which has been washed, had a little soak with a little drop of bleach in it because it stunk, and now it just smells ever so slightly of bleach, which is much nicer than stale old curry, and I say that as a curry fan. So it's had a good couple of days charge, because obviously these are old NiCad batteries in this. You could, I think, fairly easily change those, although I'm not sure how the charging system will work. If you were to put NIMHs or LiPos or whatever they are into this, I'm not sure if the inbuilt charging circuits would cope with it. So we have ancient battery technology, which does work. But as you can see, it holds it, but it soon starts to fade. But to be honest, the fact that it works at all is probably better than nothing. The problem with these would be, this was in daily use, that's why it's a bit scuffed and scratched, and that's probably why it still works now. If this was new in box and the battery had never had a charge, I could possibly guarantee it was dead, because I bought, for my other hobby, the laptops, I bought a brand new old stock ThinkPad T40 battery from 2002, completely dead, completely and utterly dead. So the very fact this has been used has probably saved its life, and that it's obviously kept the battery working. So yeah, not too bad. Let's see if it'll pick up some dirt. As you can see here on the carpet, I have accidentally spilt some Cheerios. God, what a clumsy beggar I am. Will this be able to pick it up? I don't know actually. Let's try. Oh, nearly. Oh. It did. We have a nice clean sweep of Cheerios. I'm not going to put any dust through this because you and I both know just how terrible that would be to put dust in this, it wouldn't cope very well at all. But you know, the Cheerios went straight into there. The filter has one in it, one Cheerio in there. Obviously this is going to get clogged up the second any smaller dirt. In fact, I've done that the wrong way, haven't I? Make it even grooves. What I should do is put them back in the box, really. That would be the easier way to do it. There we go, look. Simples. But of course this is a wet and dry machine. So, let's put some water through it, shall we? Oh, so I'll just have a nice glass of... Whoa, no! Oh, I spilt me water, look. Thank goodness we have a Hoover DublDuty to try and pick this up. It's still soaking wet, I'll be honest, but it's got all the moisture up and it is sat nicely in there. And obviously this doesn't have a cut-off valve, so you know you cannot just suck and suck and suck and suck and suck until it stops. And if I want to take this out now before I go and... There we go, look. There's a little bit of moisture just there, but none on the filter, so that is quite good, really. And it does make a nifty little wet vac. I wouldn't want to use it wet and dry because that is when you get mud, but it picks up water very nicely indeed. So there we are, the Hoover DublDuty, which now needs to be sat upside down somewhere for a couple of days to dry. Always the downside, I don't think these would have been used wet. Well, they might have been used wet when they shouldn't, so the whole thing would have just filled with mud and been binned. Or they were probably never really used for wet at all. They are a little dust buster, basically, but it's still holding its battery. I reckon the battery in this is actually probably quite good, because normally you get that and then turn off very, very quickly. Always a big issue with these. Well, this is a 1980. I think it's 1993 I found the date on this, but it would have been made and produced and everything else in the 80s. This isn't a 90s machine, hence the design of it really. It's very nice to hold, actually. The buttons in just the right place. So, Dyson there taking a cue from whatever Chinese company made this by having a trigger switch. All that does is it comes up to there and then pushes down on a little non-locking switch. That's all it does. So the switch defaults to off and you push it down. Struggling to think of anything else to say about this really, because it is such a simple little machine, but it's a little curio that I have. Not sure if I'm going to keep it forever, I'll be honest. It doesn't really do much to me. It was just cheap and local, so I bought it. So my aunt had one on the wall of her garage forever. Probably left it there when she moved. Just bolted to the wall. This plugged in next to it. And they are a product of their time. But this one can have a little bit of a reprise now. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching me and my Hoover DublDuty 300. And I shall see you soon. Oh God. See you soon. Bye bye.